Hey, this is Sigrún with the Universal Pagan Temple, and today we're going to be talking about Candace Owens and what she's been saying and the past couple of days, which have been kind of shocking. And she's trying to, figure out the mystery of her friend's assassination, Charlie Kirk. And I've touched upon Candace Owens before here on this channel, but what's been going on is a little shocking and interesting at the same time, and kind of goes along with what I've been talking about with Zionism and that whole, you know, thing. But yeah, we're going to get into it here. But thank you so much for joining me. We've got lots of links below for you to check out. And let's get into the video. Okay, so this is her most recent video, and I guess she's going to be taking a break from making videos for this week due to the holiday, Thanksgiving, and also she's been a credible assassination threat upon her. But yeah, she goes into a bunch of emails and messages that she's been getting, sorry, and this one popped up where it's basically clarifying why Kash Patel said right after Charlie Kirk passed away in that press briefing, "Rest now, my brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla," which was very weird to, for Kash Patel to say. Um, Kash being, raised Hindu, and then Charlie Kirk was a Christian, so really they weren't heathen or Asatru, or European pagan. And when I made a video about this topic, a lot of people said, well, this is because this is what people in law enforcement say. But apparently it goes deeper than that, which is interesting, where people are telling Candace Owens and her team have found out that there's a deeper meaning to this. And apparently, this whole Valhalla thing links to military exercises. And she gets into it here. The training called Operation Valhalla Strike allowed the unit to complete requirements not possible at Minot AFB, including full distance live fire exercises. So apparently this was, a bunch of training. And I guess during Operation Valhalla Strike, defenders rotated through training blocks designed to sharpen every aspect of their skill set. On the ranges, and the crack and thud of rounds came from M240s and M249 machine guns, the steady pop of the M4 carbine, and the deep precision of grenadiers training with the 40mm systems. So, yeah, we've got that, and that she's linking this to Charlie Kirk's assassination, in that there's been planes going back and forth in the area the day Charlie Kirk was assassinated from Egypt, going to an airport on the East Coast, that was involved with various government associations. And she goes into it in depth. But I thought that was interesting to cover, in that Operation Valhalla apparently had deeper meaning, the whole reference to Valhalla. But then the other day, Candace Owens said, 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, that means the Macrons, I have deemed the information they have gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team in the National Gendarmerie, uh, intervention group, I am told. There is one Israeli that is in on this, assassination squads. And the plans were formalized. Again, this person provided concrete proof that they were, again, this person provided concrete proof that they are well placed within the French government apparatus. Further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement, so probably including Israel in that. Journalist Javier Passard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. The head of state of France apparently wants us both dead and has authorized professional units to carry this out. And then she asks for a retweet, and then she says, I don't know who in the American government can be trusted, since this source claims our leaders are aware, and I'm sure they are. But I have more specific information, which is definitely verifiable, should they care to reach out to me. And then, yeah, she's saying all will be revealed. And she's been, covering this for months, and at this point, do I believe she's just grifting? It's kind of hard to say the amount of work that she's doing independently upon this, where others in her sphere, the conservative sphere, have moved on from this. Talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination, she's still on this, and it seems, like she wants to figure this out, but then she's linking it back to what's been going on with her, which is kind of suspicious, where she says, well, the Macrons, are after me. Well, she's been labeling Brigitte Macron as transgender, and what they had a lawsuit against her. So that's a big part of this. Is this just for views, or if this is this legit? There are a lot of people, and I've been reviewing comments that yeah, they are taking this seriously, and the only place where they're not taking it seriously would be the Facebook comment section, um, where they're saying, "Oh, this is a lie, and this is just BS, and she's just doing this for clicks." Um, and it kind of makes me wonder, in seeing what happened on X the other day, how many of these accounts are just foreign accounts. They're not real. It's dead internet theory is actually true. Is that happening on Facebook? Because you see a certain section of people saying that this is a lie, but it's all on one website. So that seems really suspicious to me. And then she posted this yesterday. I have informed people in the federal government and the White House of the France and the Israeli assassination plot, and am willing to provide full details as well as the name of the assassins and international accounts in France and Canada through which money was exchanged. Yet she does provide receipts. I watched a couple of her videos, and she is providing receipts. Beyond that, I have shared more information with the public regarding uh, the Brigitte story I was investigating at the time of Charlie's assassination. And this is available on my Instagram stories. Okay. Yeah, so this is, she does have a family. She is concerned. Her friend's life was taken, through assassination. And this really does kind of start to work into everything that we're seeing right now with the Zionists panicking about people calling them out because they are losing, hundreds of millions of dollars because of people like Candace Owens calling them out. Um, and remember, France is kind of, they're still a big deal as a country. They haven't just it's not just about croissants and wine. No, they still have dealings in with, all over the world. Uh, so that's important to keep in mind. And something that Thomas Sheridan brought up in a post on his Telegram channel was, this is looking like more Kali Yuga activity, and the Kali Yuga is, the fourth age in Hinduism, where it's an age of darkness, spiritual degradation, moral decline. We're looking at that right now. We've been in this moral decline for years now. Um, how long it will last, this is very much a dark period of our history that we are in, and that's why it's constantly seeming like it is dark. But another point I wanted to bring up in this, another esoteric point, where she's getting all this, she's putting out all this information. We also have to remember that Mercury is still in retrograde until the 29th. Some of her information could have been incorrect. We always have to keep that in mind. That not necessarily everything that you're hearing right now is the truth. Um, and with Mercury retrograde, people are spreading misinformation, not just sounding like a keyword there. No, true misinformation. People are um, getting information wrong, hearing it incorrectly, and then sharing it. It's happening to everybody. I mean, I was just going on a rant on X earlier today, where I wasn't getting any messages for several days because X put into this whole um, on their messaging where, oh, it's going to be encrypted if it's going to be safe. But then I haven't gotten messages from people in like 3 to 4 days. And then I open my inbox, during this 3 to 4 day period, and I don't see anything. And then suddenly I get this morning about 5, 6 messages from people that are several days old. Then it has to do with Mercury retrograde. But yeah, we're dealing with this, and we just have to, take these things with a grain of salt, but look at them, as a certain possibility, a probability of things happening, kind of with astrology. It's not truly predictive, but it is, an influence of things that are happening right now, especially with Mercury retrograde, keeping this in mind. But yeah, as far as do I believe Candace Owens, or do I believe that she is more or less, um, farming this for views? It's a little bit of both on my end, honestly. That yeah, she is doing this and she is getting the views, but at a certain point, the human interest will like shift, and you'll want to stop talking about it, and not talk about it anymore. Um, but for her, yeah, she seems very committed uh, in getting answers on this situation because it seems to be very deep. Because nobody's buying, except maybe the normies, buying the story about uh, what happened to Charlie Kirk, um, because it's really suspicious at this point. Um, Maybe in the first couple of days after uh, that boy was arrested, maybe, but it's just like things aren't adding up. Situation, um, the lack of evidence at this point, the planted evidence, it looks like, you know, on and on and on. But all we can do is just keep an open mind, because a lot of these so called conspiracy theories in the past few years have proven to be correct. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, blessed be.